Yes, guys, it's Danny Glover from Fight Fan TV Network, proudly sponsored by Treasure Boxing Club. Today, we're going to talk about a few topics quickly. First of all, breaking news: Jai Opetaia has officially been stripped of his IBF title. Unfortunately, there was a statement that has come out today about it with the news and what's exactly transpired. So here's what I posted earlier. Per IBF statement, Jai Opetaia has now officially been stripped of his Cruiserweight World title. The sanctioning body withdrew sanction of Opetaia's title defense against Brandon Glanton just days before it was supposed to take place, when in their opinion it became apparent that the Zuffa belt was more than the trophy or token recognition that it was supposed to be. Opetaia chose to proceed with the Glanton bout and thus loses his IBF title. There's also talk about him potentially losing his Ring Magazine belt, because you have to defend it within a 24-month period, I believe, 18 to 24 months, and they're saying that he hasn't done so since his defense against Marius Bradis in the rematch. You have to fight someone within the top 10 or top 15, I believe. I think it's a top 10, because I believe Brandon Glanton was top 15. So yeah, top 10, which is no fault of his own if he can't get unifications, etc. And the big dogs like Chris Smith, etc. weren't willing to dance. So that's in jeopardy. If he can get a Noel McCallion fight, that would help sort of squash that away. But I found out today via my boy Base the Kid on the B&D podcast. Please make sure you check that out. That McCallion is with Noel McCallion is with Don King, and Don King, in his opinion, and I agree that he probably ain't gonna look to want to play ball and have his fighter fight on the Zuffa platform. Also, the other issue would be is that he has a WBC title, which Dana White has been bashing the most since he has come into the boxing space. So Mauricio Suleiman is the last man who's going to want to sanction a fight on Zuffa in conjunction with a Zuffa belt. So yeah, I'm sure Base will be doing a take on that on another video potentially. If not, you can check that out on the B&D podcast out now. So that is going to be an issue. I feel Jai's been led astray. He's had some bad advice from management and team who may be inexperienced or a bit naive themselves, or they may just they don't have his best interests at heart. You know, people say in this game, people are out for themselves. They're all trying to get paid. You don't know what kind of deals or brown paper bags are being passed around and offered behind the scenes to the fighter's knowledge. Remember, Jai Opetaia, his first 18, 19 fights, he didn't even get a penny, didn't get paid, was fighting for free, didn't get a trophy, didn't get a meal deal where you get your little plastic cup and your little cheese sandwich and your pack of crisps and a penguin. Those of you who boxed amateur will know all about that. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting how Jai, where he goes from here. Hopefully he's not left stranded on an island. I know he is an island boy, you know, raised in Australia with Samoan heritage, etc. So hopefully that's not the case. In other news, Michael Conlan, he has retired. He's announced his retirement from boxing following his defeat on the weekend. Did get a quick statement from... I'm sure he did put out a statement, didn't he? Yeah. So yeah, Michael Conlan, he's retired after he lost on the weekend in Belfast at the SSE Arena. I was there last year, March, when Craig knocked out Padraig McCrory actually with a body shot in that same arena, and he got a knockout before years ago in that arena. Nice arena that was when the Paddy Donovan Lewis Crocker fight was the first one with the controversial, you know, the DQ ending, hitting after the bell and all that when he had it wrapped in the bag. But yeah, sorry, I digress. So yeah, he brings the curtain down his career immediately after the loss, speaks candidly about his final run in the sport, In the last run, it was only for me, Conlan said. That's why I have no shame in saying that's enough. Trying to reach the goal of being world champion is not meant, it's just not meant to be. Some people saying that the defeat to Kevin Walsh was controversial, but I haven't actually watched the match yet, to be fair, so I can't give my opinion on that. I will have to watch that. I'll have to watch it tomorrow. I ain't going to do it tonight. The defeat itself has already sparked debate, but Conlan made it clear the decision wasn't just about the result. It doesn't matter what way I was going to lose. He added, if it was wide, if it was a robbery, it wasn't enough to win clearly, so it's enough to say goodbye. Yeah, Conlan was the Ireland's first male amateur world champion and claimed bronze at London 2012 Olympics. In the pro ranks, he built a loyal following, fought on major stages across New York, Las Vegas, Australia and the UK. Fell short of the world titles twice. He says he wants to say thank you to every single person. Conlan said in his farewell, they'll always stuck by me, even through defeats. So yeah, man, big up Michael Conlan, man. He had some great fights, especially the memorable one was against Lee Wood. You can remember that when he dropped Lee Wood early. You know, was hitting him, pinging him with that left hand, just at will, and then all of a sudden Lee Wood's come with that comeback from out of nowhere, proper Carl Froch style. Yeah, man, that was serious, that one. And there was one other thing I wanted to talk about. So yeah, Lester Martinez, he's claimed the interim WBC super middleweight title, so he's en route to becoming Guatemala's first ever world champion. He just beat Aleem. I forgot his first name. What's his first name? Get this quickly. No Starling. Emmanuel Aleem. So he got a points win. So yeah, Lester Martinez is a good fighter. He's had been racking up some good wins lately. So he's en route to doing some good things. So yeah, he's definitely one to watch. Carlos Adames, he beat Amo Williams. Good fight that. Adames dropped him in the second round early, busted up his face, broke his nose. Good show at the Copper Box on the weekend with Jimmy Sains, George Liddard against Tyler Denny and Derek Osaze. This week we have Keith Thurman versus Sebastian Fundora. How do I see that one going? It's going to be interesting, you know, because Keith Thurman did look quite good and still athletic last time out against Brock Jarvis. But Sebastian Fundora, you know, the Tower Inferno, he drops, you know, he really beats people up in there and that, but he can be caught. And with Keith doing them launching lead hooks, do you know what I'm saying? Could catch him if he's still explosive enough. So this is a bit of a toss-up. I do feel that maybe with the age, Fundora, most people, but do you know what, I'll put a little punt that Keith Thurman pulls it off, you know. I'm going to put a little punt Keith Thurman pulls this one off this week. And also this week we've got the Magnificent Seven. We've got Moses Itorma versus Jermaine Franklin, who's been training with Don Charles and been staying out in Luton. Andrew Tate ends. Stephen Yaxley ends, also known as Tommy Robinson. So yeah, I think hopefully if he's still got the iron chin and he hasn't lost the strength of Samson by cutting off his hair, I should see a Itorma win on points. And with Willie Hutchinson against Ezra Taylor, that should be a very good fight. I want Ezra Taylor to win for obvious reasons. Can he do it? I think he can do it. Is he good enough? We're going to find out because he hasn't fought anybody of this level yet. Willie Hutchinson, he has got moves. He can bang. He's got speed. He's got agility. He comes with angles, and he's got obviously a boxing pedigree from young. You can see that. So it's going to be a tough task. But if you can apply the pressure on him, get him to the body, and that, you know, Ezra has a good chance. He's got some skills as well. And just don't let the mind games in fight week get to him. He seems like a real cool, calm, and collected guy, laughing off a lot of what Hutchinson says. So yeah, it should be interesting. I look forward to it. It's a very stacked card. Magnificent Seven's always good. That's up in Manchester. I didn't actually apply for it, so I won't be there. I didn't apply for it, but I will be watching it. If I wasn't working Saturday night, you know, I need to save up my pennies and that, then I would have done a watch along for that to Mag 7 and the American card with Fondora versus Keith Thurman. But I'll just have to watch the Keith Thurman one the next day, or I'll watch it when I actually get in. I might be able to catch the main event. I might be able to catch it, but if I do, that means I'm like really just catching it. So there's no point me doing a live for it. But yeah, just please, hope you're enjoying the content. Leave comments in the comment section, like, share, subscribe, you know the drill. Hit the hype button. I don't know if I've got the hype button active, but even when I'm trying to hit hype buttons for people in their videos, it's not letting me do it. I don't know if it's because I'm not monetized yet, or I don't know the requirements why I can't hype people's things, and I probably can't even get hyped yet anyway. But yeah, just do all the other, anything you can do to help on the channel, please do so. And there you have it. It's Danny Glover from Fight Fan TV Network, proudly sponsored by Treasure Boxing Club. And remember guys, persistence beats resistance. You know what it is.